Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Death Stranding. I'm the Series CG. Hope we have a decent sound mix. I had to say this, so I'm using my new recording rig, right? Because for those of you watching these as they go up, we had a whole week of no updates because my PC crashed and, well, exploded, basically. It just don't work no more. And so I've recorded some Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I started recording a new series, Legend of Mana. And in the Legend of Mana series, I started to realize I was having some quality issues. And you know what? I actually am getting sync issues by the end of a 30-minute video. And I should stop and figure all that out. But, like, it's Sunday night, and I need to get a certain amount of this series recorded. I'm going for 2 videos. In order to have them ready to go next week, so that I'm not trying to do it on work nights. So, I hope these come out okay. They might not be perfect. I might tweak settings later. The worst you're going to get is 2 videos with any little problems this one has. A little desync between my commentary and what's on the screen. Usually my commentary is a few seconds behind what's on the screen for some reason. And by a few, I mean like a full second or two by the end of the video. But hopefully, like, sound mix is good, because that I really should have tweaked before I started recording, and I'm just going with what just got done working in another game, and is probably pretty close. So I thought this was hard. I got confused. That this is Dead Man? Heartman's a different dude. And we found his lab, and we're supposed to go there. Photographer and photographer's mother are both here. Make BB better by connecting up nearby facilities to Cupid. So, I haven't played this game in a while, but we just got done doing a mission. I thought maybe we reached a point where the story would summon us to Heartman's zone, but I do not believe that has happened. I do not believe the story actually wants us at Heartman's lab yet. Because there are no orders here available here. That doesn't necessarily mean we can't do something here, but I don't think that's what the story wants. I think the story wants us to do more. Your dropped cargo was, well, that's great. Somebody took our dropped cargo. The story wants us to just do more of whatever we were, like, we're just doing rando jobs. There are standard orders. That's kind of lame. I thought there would be more involved, like, we'd have something bigger to do than a standard order. Hard run. It's a hard knock life for us. I mean, well, here's a novelist's son. I don't know that we've met the novelist yet. There is an order available there. And here, where we already are, at online generator, we are not at online generator. We are at photographer. There's 1 order available and 4 in progress. Those are being done by bots, I would assume. Mule post box. That must be some kind of mule zone. Duh. Take a new order for Sam from Mountaineer. Okay, so the story wants us to be at the Mountaineer. We can be a pain in the butt to get to, but we got a super cool speed bike, which should make it a little bit more doable than maybe it's been in the past. But in fact, it looks like our best bet is to get to Central, whatever the hell this place is called. This place is a bit of, yeah, Mount Knot City. If we take a bike and get through here, and then this is like that weird graveyard-looking area. We got places up here where we can go through the snow in a bike. So let's see if this delivery happens to be to the Mountaineer. It is not. Recover mural fragments lost during delivery. Do we care about this? I mean, I could do it real quick just to see if it advances the story, but I feel like we're... Yeah, I feel like the story wants us to go back to the Mountaineer. Because that's a standard delivery. Deliveries for Sam are the only one that's ever going to advance the story. And I wish it was a little easier. There might be some way to do it that I haven't noticed in the options. Now I'm having a paranoia attack about whether I'm actually recording. There might be a way to do it in the options where all you can see are places with missions, but it doesn't seem to work that way. Mount Knot City. Orders available 9. Doctor, orders available 5. Heartman's Lab, orders available none. Roboticist, orders available 5. But they're just, I guess they're just generic orders, because when we come up to the Mountaineer, it says, take on a new order for Sam from the Mountaineer. Which is already written up there. Yeah, okay, right. That's where the game wants us to go. Okay, so doing another mission for her, I don't really know that there's a point. So we could go back the way we came. There's ghosts up there. That is probably the smartest path. But that's well, what is this over here? Because it looks like it's a... Never mind, it's not a path to anything that we care about. Battery sort of run out on this thing, I didn't realize. Be nice to... Dad would be proud. You know, we need to find a time when he's got time, but now that my setup is more stable, yeah, Bobo and I can start doing, like next time he's available to do commentary, I'm just going to be reading 800 letters. Alright, so that was rather needed. Now, if we just drive... I'm really just trying to get to this online safe house over there. Is there monsters over here? No longer on the power grid. We're leaving chemicals behind. Ah, fucking monsters. Sometimes I don't miss this game when I get away from it for a couple of days. Like, monsters in this game they're just a pain in the butt. They're not fun to fight. Now, right now, we're at a severe disadvantage in doing battle with monsters because of not having BB, but, like, even without that, they're just kind of, they're not that much fun as a threat. Yeah, we can't just cross this river willy-nilly either, so I might have to load and take a different path. Because right now I'm just counting on the speed of the bike, meaning that if I don't run right into a monster, we should be fine. But even if we do encounter a monster, it's likely that our bike will crash into it, and if nothing else, Baby Bronco will be amused at our suffering if it involves us crashing into a monster. Actually, the types of monsters in this game are a lot less... Oh, see? I don't want to be going this way anyway. But they're significantly less adorable than the monsters that would be popping up in the videos that he is allowed to watch that involve cars crashing into monsters. Kind of big, colorful, fun monsters. These are like black, spooky death monsters. Okay, so I kind of went on a big, long trek that I didn't really... Can I get back to the normal menu? Big, long trek I didn't want to go on. I want to go north and cut to the right as soon as I can. Which, you know, I guess I didn't realize from looking at the map that this is... Like, we've got like an isthmus going on here. Okay, so there is a route through here. The bike doesn't like. Oh, never mind. The bike sank. I thought in yellow we'd be okay, but whatever. All right, well, that's a third of a video just completely wasted. But as I already said, I kind of need to get some content done tonight. Like, I didn't even have time to really, like, I could sit down and figure out these. It was going to take me some time to work out the settings, and I'm like, no, I might have one video that does not sound perfect. It's likely the sound mix will be fine. It's more likely that there'll be a little bit of desync before the end, which, if I was a professional Let's Player getting revenue off of all these videos, I might be a little bit more concerned. But I'm like, I'm completely an hobbyist, and I'll figure this out. I just might have a video or two that ain't perfect while we get there. So what I need to do is come up as I did before. I just need to... Like, should I not have crossed the bridge? There was a bridge. No, I think I was supposed to... I just need to pay a bit more attention and not get pulled off course. Like this, I was trying to avoid crossing this river. What I needed to do is find someplace where you can cross this river, because there's someplace you can cross this frickin' river. I've done it before. There's an online bridge right here. Make sure we get to it. I know you're probably supposed to feel an emotional connection to BB, the weird alien, or like the weird alien-esque baby that you occasionally hallucinate headbutting its way out of its little chamber to strangle you. I have not developed a personal connection with BB. I'm sorry. That being said, from a gameplay perspective, it feels weird not to have him here. As something that mostly just requires you to occasionally stop and soothe a baby, but occasionally is really useful in avoiding monsters. Okay, so this bridge right over here we gotta get to. How did I mean, I got way off course at some point, but I thought I got to this bridge at least. Get over that bridge, and then... This is... I was driving down a mountain. I have no confidence I'll be able to drive back up. So I need to cross that bridge, and then kind of bear right, but keep that river on my right. I'm paying a lot more attention this time, because I thought this was going to be easy, and then just got completely lost. Now it's like, alright, pay a little bit more attention, we'll probably be fine. So keep the river on your right. Otherwise, we're just going up this way. Let's double check, make sure I didn't take a wrong turn. Nope. If we can get to... Oh, this is like a big involved path up to the mountain here. But if we can get to... I think that online safe house is the one that's surrounded by monsters, unfortunately. So honestly, I might want to just go straight into up the mountain, because I found paths that you could drive a motorcycle up there. Now we've got deteriorating structures because of time fall, and it's not something that's going to get better as far as I know. I do not want to cross that bridge, do I? I don't know. I think if I just hug this, I can just bear right and get in. Yeah, I think I just need to keep hugging this side and eventually get into the mountains. And just really hope... Am I allowed to save? Because the biggest annoyance is going to be when the game... when I get into monster area, because it's just like, skirt the edge... I can save a lot of time if I just don't encounter monsters. If I do encounter monsters, it's just going to be a big pain in the butt. And stopping to fight them... I mean, we've seen me beat the monster type that shows up here before. It takes a while, takes a lot of resources, but I've done it, so it's not like I've got that to showcase as a new content. It really just takes a lot of time and resources, and it's just faster to deal with a world in which you skip that. Hey, Lou. Lou Ferrigno, aka the Incredible Hulk, aka Green Man. Daddy, you tell him to take that back to Green... Stop and take that back to Green Man. What was the exact quote? I do not know. The only person who this means anything to already knows what the actual quote is. So. Daddy, you tell him, go back to Green Man and give that back. Freaking thieving Spider-Man. So this is not the way I got up before. And in fact, there might be a path, but sneaking over here one little bit farther north, and then climbing up, if I can do so without attracting the attention of monsters, is what we really need to be doing. I think the monsters were close there. I think I was getting weird indications that monsters were close. And again, I'm trying to force my way up this mountain, when in fact I need to get a little farther up this way before the path will be... I'm just really trying to avoid getting into this spooky area here. Because that is snow, that is not actually monster... Well, that was monster. Let's get out of here, Scooby! This is what this game has become. Me desperately trying to avoid the combat gameplay elements by forcing motorcycles to go places where they probably... Like, I'm sure that they could have designed it so the motorcycles could not get here at all. But this doesn't seem to be the way they want you to do this. Then again, if there were ever... At some point, there must be, like... It feels like with all of these couriers... Or not couriers, but... There's always some capacity to eventually get a road to all of these places. Something keep us alive. Keep us alive. But yeah, if there's a road to the mountain here, it's probably one of these paths that I've been taking is going to be what the paved road to the mountain here would eventually be, I would think. This seems like it right here. Probably takes like 1 billion resources to get it going, but this... I'm not seeing a whole lot of other paths that would make sense. That was probably a huge thing of Hyrule crystals if I stopped to pick it up. But yeah, it didn't take anything with me. I'm just driving up here. So, level 2, that's not really worth messing with. I thought maybe it was dropped cargo for him, which would have been handy. So there better be a frickin' reason I came up here. Is that my cycle? No.
Sam Bridges, there's someone we need you to deliver a package to. She's a strange bird. Lives even higher up.
That's why we summoned you here, Dark Magic.
The research she's doing, well, it's out there and then some. And we're talking straight up occult stuff. Though she wouldn't be very.
She's checking out chemtrails.
And she claims she's delving into the mysteries of the.
Not unless I said it backwards,
anyway,
like the backwards masking.
I found this rock out in the mountains with a handprint on it. And when I mentioned it to her, she got all excited. I honestly don't know what kind of close encounter
She thinks it's Satan's rock.
But I was wondering if you could bring it to her for me.
You said occult, and now you're talking aliens. That's not the same thing.
Opened my eyes to a few things. Like how there are all these people out there trying to make sense of the death stranding.
The importance of feeding people's paranoid conspiracy theories.
Sure, her ideas may sound like the ravings of a lunatic to me, but they clearly mean something to her. I'd like to help her out.
What if there is bamboo paper ballots from China?
Official order on the terminal.
Although I just described it to you in detail, so I'm not sure what the point is. Alright, well. At least we know what we're supposed to be doing. Let's save the game. I don't know why there isn't already a power station up here, but there doesn't seem to be. Unless it's just like slightly off. Like it's a timefall shelter. You need one of those. Safe house, you need one of those. Use freely. Use freely. I don't see a power charger up here, which you would need for people like me who are using vehicles. Maybe we can buy a uh-oh. Okay, I just got like I thought the sound had died for a second. I was like, oh, never mind. You don't have a cursor sound at this screen. I'm still like I'm so used to my computer that kept dying. It's weird that I don't have to constantly be thinking this computer might have just exploded. Um, but it would be handy to get a one of these. Oh, I've already got some. Well, then maybe just because I just saved, what if I were to uh, container repair spray? I've got all sorts of blood bags. Well, wait, I thought I already owned some of these thingies. Attached to suit. Perhaps I own them but do not have them with me. Yeah, I don't seem to be, I got a used blood bag in my utility pouch. That's not really very useful. Climbing anchors. Yeah, I don't seem to have the thing to build a thing. So I was confused before. Even if I don't get that much use out of it, it feels like there should be a, see, I don't know why one costs more than the other, but... Fabricate this equipment. Okay, just gotta build me a power tower up here. I hate having like a single video that's just me getting back and forth between two places I've already been, but that's kind of what this game is. Here we go.
No can do, Sam. Structures can't be built that close together. You'll need to settle for a different spot outside the sensor ring.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Okay. So, I kind of feel like maybe there is already one around here, I just didn't notice. But to me, having this thing is going to be damned useful if I keep driving motorbikes up here. So I don't have to be worried about it running out of power and then not having enough for a trip back. So, hopefully people will get some use out of it.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Alright. Welcome. Thank you for leaving and coming back immediately.
To review, the Mountaineers asked you to deliver a rock with a handprint on it to a woman known as the Spiritualist. If you could bring her shelter
I
to
just
the network while you're
live
there,
my life watching
it'd
you,
be enough
Sam.
to expand our coverage over the entire area. It would also facilitate BB's recovery, according to Deadman.
It does not look like we're going to be able to get there with a motorbike, though. Look at this. Might be a one-way trip. The spiritualist, eh? Alright, well, we just saved. Let's try it. I brought along some climbing gear. That's a lot of weird crap. We got a big, tall load of weird shit on our back. We almost certainly have monsters between us and where we need to go.
Sam,
Now what's happening with the story?
it's just like the one at South Knot City. A vortex loaded with so much chiralium that it's almost off the charts.
It's me, fake mama.
Slowly but surely, it's creeping closer to us here in Mountain Knot. At least that's what I think, but I can't see it. Not with the naked eye. But the data doesn't lie. It's the same temporal phenomenon that you told me.
So I need my eyes to put on some lingerie.
I told you. But that wasn't.
The Cupid's limiter can handle most chiral spikes, but we didn't plan for another supercell.
Another supercell.
Yeah, she's like,
I told you
she
it
and
was
Mama
the
have
same
some
as
weird
before.
psychic connection. We get that.
Mama, is that you?
Supercell monster story?
You got me, Sam. It's been a while. But not really. Mulligan,
I've taken over the
No.
body of my sister.
we're the same. One body, one mind, one being. There's no point in trying to draw a distinction. Not in this world. We're
It's
all
creepy as
connected.
fuck, I know.
Remember that.
Order assigned.
That's like the theme of Death Stranding, even if it doesn't really, you know, make that much sense most of the time.
Never stop.
Now we find out that, no, you can't use a motorbike, it's too much load. Okay, never mind. I will kill you if you stop, even for a second. Okay. So, our new goal is to get here, which is pretty far away. Now, it seems like there might be a path, but then we're definitely going to hit some stuff. Entry prohibited, eh? I mean, I could try to come back here and then go... Because this is like a big snowfield. Like, we got here, we could try to navigate up there and then see if this is navigable. Because it looks like it just might be. It's probably our best bet. Anything we